It seems I will have to find a lamp finally, because as winter's coming, the light becomes less. So, but I think this two book at a time from the small prophets works, so I go with that then. First, the book of Jonah. Well, everybody seems familiar with the story, but with every detail, I don't think so. So Jonah seems to be an insomniac, pathetic figure who is already mentioned in the Bible in the second book of Kings, and I so much waited that somewhere, just somewhere, this book will mention his activity mentioned in the second book of Kings, but it doesn't happen. So, okay, maybe I just expected too much. Well, uh, there is the problem that in Nineveh belonged to the Assyrian Empire, so there had to be a language problem between Jonah and Nineveh, but okay, who knows. The problems arises after Jonah is on the boat. Well, why all the cargo is flushed into the ocean? I, oh, not ocean, the sea. The cargo back then used as ballast to make the ship more stable, so I don't think that's a very good detail, but whatever. But Jonah goes to sleep in the middle of the middle of the storm where everyone is panicking and praying. Don't think so. And the owner of the ship goes there and wakes up Jonah that you should pray too. What the fuck? Why not do something? Pull some ropes and make something with the boat. Maybe rowing a little. Some common sense. But anyway, Jonah don't fulfill that order from the captain. What is really nonsense on a ship. Now Jonah is, I think, definitely lived, according to the text, 3 days in the belly of a fish, what is not really real detail, if you ask me. It contradicts reality, I mean. Now, what is really strange, Nineveh is 120,000 people lives there, and they all convert. Really? In another country? Don't tell me that. And there is that Nineveh is 3 days walking distance that way. And if you read just the fourth verse in that chapter, it definitely tells you it is a distance in a straight line, because there Jonah goes in to Nineveh's middle 1 day's distance on his walking distance. So Nineveh would be a bloody huge city, what archaeology disproves. Now, yes, one thing about who throw Jonah into the sea. Maybe the other people on the ship or the Lord, because in chapter 2:4 it's the people, and Jonah says in the third chapter it was the Lord, but who cares? And after he preached to Nineveh, he comes out, and the Lord said, okay, they will be saved. But after that, he sits down and waits for what will happen to Nineveh. Why? No reason. And then he builds a shelter to get some shadow, But what to do with the plant there that will grow? Who cares after that? Now on to Micah. Well, he, as a sign that all he says will turn real, he goes around naked and screaming. I think that's not really an acceptable behavior. Now, check what tells the chapter 2 verse 1 and 3. It says that whoever do evil should be sentenced or be miserable or something. But in the verse 3, the God do evil. So we should punish God according to these? Yes, but what did you expect from a God of peace who calls himself a mighty warrior? Check Exodus 15, verse 3. Micah prophesies against both the leaders of Judah and Israel, but he also says because of their acts, all the people will be punished. How fair and just. And he calls all other prophets stupid, but of course everyone is stupid except his helicopter, so yeah. Next, don't forget to check chapter 4 verse 13. Yeah, very nice line. The main theme of Micah is that the Jews now will be took in hostage, but will return, and this is just to filter out the real faithful ones. And then there is the theological contradiction that God is merciful or God is not. Yeah, but it's really funny when God is complaining how the people don't follow those simple commandments, well, with all the sacrifices, of course. I could tell you some reasons, but just to finish it, here is the part about some kind of mighty person will come from Bethlehem, but this is about the Bethlehem from Ephrath's line. It is a descendants, a tribe of people, not a city. Just read the whole prophecy that is in chapter 5, verse 2 to verse 6, especially the line 6, because that tells the main job of this person, what would be to push back the Assyrians after the coming back. But the Assyrians at the time of the returning from the Babylonian captivity, what was under the Babylonians, not the Assyrians, because already at that time they disappeared and just cannot be fulfilled because there were no Assyrians in the time when the Persians arrived and let the Jews go back. So thank you for listening.